Undefeated. Well, New York, San Francisco. San Francisco currently undefeated, just like me in talent takedowns. They are this.
I like you bring up Kellen as well. This is a metagame where, you know, you're really empowered as that sort of tank player to have a big impact over the game. Something Kellen is often someone who played Winston or Wrecking Ball maybe didn't have the chance to do nearly as much. This is a great opener here in this fight. That's off the table right now is his Proper's Dragon Blade. Yaki, though, whatever chance to pull his. The Cheerios again strike true as Yaki is down. The Shock looking to retake control here on Proper. Waits no time getting back to the fight with a quick brace of 3.
Yes, New York takes the lead.
Makes the blade a little more dull as Yaki's looking for a way in here, coming up with absolutely nothing, and he's shut down. Oh, he was a deflected overclock into Yaki. Flora ends up killing his teammate. Kilo goes for the overclock as well. And again, it's the egg on the face of Yaki, ironically, if you know the translation in Japanese.
They're going to try and fight this. That's going to be a rampage. Yeah, underneath there from Kellen, and it connects.
Keep control over to New York now, and I want to pressure the advantage, but it's going to be 5 players here with a rampage. Is there going to be enough follow-up? Kellen trying to back away, but Kaluge comes in like a whirlwind. Flora down to the axe swing, and the tank from San Francisco lays waste to New York.
Yeah, and they try and advance.
The San Francisco Shock, they want to group up and play towards its left-hand room. It's Gangnam very, very low, and Kilo's charged up with that overclock now, looking for Ansoon J, takes a big hit, forced to back up for now. It's Gangnam going to fall first. Kilo finally finds a target here with that Surge and Ultimate, and the blade is coming a little too late in the day.
Knowing the amount of pressure, whether it's from fans, organization, just themselves, right, to keep that win streak going. There's got to be a lot of pressure, especially going against a team like New York, who is Flora picks up that first kill. Like, New York's at the bottom of the standings, right? So, like, a loss here to not get the streak is, like, a way worse, right? It's almost like a more pressure scenario than, like, if you were playing, like, the Gladiators.
Ansoon J. Dangerous there, dealing with the railgun, but I think Kilo walks head first into that one. Flora happily obliges. San Francisco here might have overdone it. Now, Violet, here's the big question. Do you beat for 3 or hold it? Looks like the latter's going to be the case here. San Francisco may be accepting that this fight is all but done, even with the stall there from Violet for the time being for New York, but that blade gets nothing. Now it's up to Flora. Railgun has to be pristine, but he's taken down by Proper. There's no chance for New York to get onto the point. Yaki has no deflect left. He will be down as well. And a competitive first map, but a Shock win all the same. And the Ajax call in chat to disrupt the shot. So it's a trade favoring the attackers though. Proper's still healthy. Now there's even less in place to keep tabs on him because there's no Genji mobility for New York until he returns. So Proper will pressure the point. And Ansoon J is down to Kaluge. That's 2 for the Junker Queen.
And that's going to be both supports down. And
New York find themselves in a position now, their backs up against the wall. They can't really escape comfortably. And so they decide to stand and fight. Kaluge is taken down. He's the commanding shout. This should be a huge lead for New York. And okay, beat there from Violet. Question marks in the chat.
Yeah, you're going to see a beat from, well, the beat comes from both sides. So maybe you think that now you get problem with this.
Rampage Yaki can't be healed. Ticking down as well. Kaluge got him on the way through. That tick damage is a killer when you're low HP. Flora eventually able to riddle Kaluge with these railgun shots, but it's not going to be enough here. San Francisco in a position now to reassume position. He's drawn. Gangnam trying to shield bash away. Oh dear. The rally's going to help keep him healed up, and Violet's been taken down by Kellen here. Proper can't get close enough right now. Kaluge almost gets the card home, but looks like Fire's going to have to wait a little longer to get put out.
I mean, that is a fight that Gangnam wins there.
Respawn and has so far to walk back. And now with that rally having expired, Finn is going to succumb. Gangnam going to be taken down here. The Doom Fist makes an appearance for Kaluge. Anything that keeps this round going is something the Shock are valuing right now. Kaluge somehow being topped up for the moment. And Violet is very low, but he's avoiding Flora for the most part. Eventually, he has to give up as well, and that will be the Shock forced off of the card. Just the one checkpoint, Matt, here.
Unfortunate product to some of the teams that I know he's had in past years is 2 kills go in favor of the Shock early on. It'll be a trade though.
No, you can't be serious. Yaki almost had another one there. Kilo is so low. This is actually a messy fight. I mean, really, the Rampage is still up the sleeve of Kaluge, and that is really going to hurt now. He gets to play aggressively. He's going to finally decide to use it. Kellen and the Yaki, they drip dry. Going to be a commanding shout for Kellen to keep himself alive, Matt, but this is all but done. 2 seconds left. It's going to have to be Flora making a mad dash for it, but he pulls up short.
I feel like if you were to trying to slide across and get this type of positioning and play almost from the defensive side of things, force New York out into the open, because New York they can't afford to back up into that server room, right? They'd be too far away.
Oh man, that's brutal. Kellen gets caught up there inside the carnage, and Yaki, yeah, ends up falling there. Proper starting to do proper things, ladies and gentlemen. Commanding shout comes out here, but it's probably just banter from Kaluj as NYXL get crumped.
Still, being able to stop that cart from just rolling on in.
I like that awareness actually from Kellen there. Some pseudo burst healing from the commanding shout to keep Flora alive after he takes a big hit. Unfortunately, it's not enough, and even the sound barrier, it's allowed to expire, but the effect, the tick, obviously the tick damage and the anti-heal from Rampage is still in effect. So
big rampages that have resulted in fight wins. Let's see, it's going to be Kellen going in. He's going to connect with 2.
Commanding shout came out in response, but it's really not enough, especially with Violet suffering all the scrutiny there. Kilo wants to play up a little bit closer. I like that. Throws down the disruptor shot to make it harder for Kellen to close the gap on him here. And San Francisco have been put in some really weird, chaotic scenarios here as attackers with some place switching with the defenders, but they're taking it all in stride right now, and stride they will, straight up the damn hill, because New York again sent packing. The slow drip feed healing is enough to keep the shock vital, and Kilo sends one of the Dome of Gangnam's in. He's taken down. Kellen down to half HP as he tries to contest here. Yaki wanted to dash through Proper, but Proper was ready for it. Sound barrier only for 3 plays, and the Rampage is enough. 2:16 on the clock for San Francisco. Very respectable timing as New York.
We'll see if they can make it out.
Again, they've got to break this though. Finn's doing a pretty good job of staying proximate to Kilo, but again, Yak lacks in that mobility. Once Yaki gets a taste of that blood, he goes straight for the jugular. So nice work by New York. They disentangle themselves from what was an attempted spawn camp from San Francisco. That monkey shaking a lot of space, but look at this speed boost into the server room. Dangerous for Kilo. Oh dear, how's he going to get away with this one? He just doesn't. Yaki chases him down. Great little burst of impetus there from New York, and that's going to give them the fight win, Matt. I like that.
Hello. Hey. Hello.
The start of these fights and finding the weak spot of San Francisco. Here's the dive. This time San Francisco take things in their own hands. Kellen very, very low here. Picked off as Kaluj dives down. And crucially, San Francisco don't have to use any ultimates. Government team also went for the rally. And this is what we were talking about earlier, when Matt was actually on the cast. Again, ultimate economy, something that maybe New York not thinking about nearly as much as they are. Their positional game. And if Kaluj tries to do so, but he takes so much damage that it has to be an early commanding shout that only affects him. Rampage got to catch on to 2 from Kellen, but Proper is there. Oh my! I don't know how he gets Flora. Severs the Achilles from below, and that's 4 for Proper. Fantastic blade. Kellen's really a footnote at this point. He can't achieve anything on his own. And San Francisco convert, losing.
Somebody's got to touch. Be a Sunjae and Yaki coming in from the side.
Yaki blade as well. Can he find Kilo though? Yes, eventually he does. Probably going to get taken down by this overclock here. Flora finds another headshot on Yaki. He's got 2 now on the trot with that blade. Finn is able to bring Flora down, but in the meantime, the cart probably doesn't want to deal with it though. Shield batch comes in. Sound barrier now for Sunjae. It's going to be a rally for Finn. Cart inches closer. Finn trying to play around collusion. There's a rampage on Kellen. Getting rid of him will be huge. And look at that Junker Queen burn. Lit up like a Christmas tree is Kellen. And now the NYXL don't have anyone to lead from the front. They're going to be forced away, and that is going to be that. The San Francisco Shock across the 2021 and 22 seasons have achieved the top match win streak of all time in the Overwatch League. 20